I mean, you're normally.
Is my head in it? Do you want to swap?
Head is in it.
I don't care where I am.
We're live on YouTube.
Just start going in circles. All right.
And we are live on Instagram.
Hello, YouTube and Instagram.
You need to be over a little more for Instagram.
Move the phone.
Huh, this is our.
So if you undo that one on the bottom, you can rotate the phone. It's weird seeing a different phone besides the two that we typically use.
We've done it.
We've done it.
We've done it.
I can't believe we've done it.
Can't believe we've done
I
this.
can't believe you've done this. Hello, Emily. How are you?
Good. You caught me off guard. I am very good.
What are we here for today? Where are we? First of all, let's start there.
Where are we?
We're in the warehouse at Volante Design.
Where are any of us?
Where are any of us in this world? We are showing off the Lower Decks jacket, 2380. Woo!
You cannot roll the sleeves up like she does in the show. I have tried. It does not work. You have to like slim up the bottom. So these don't have. I guess because it's animated, you wouldn't be able to. Yeah, you would not be able to do that in real life ever. Like, there's no way, because hers was folded up as if it had a button, a cuff.
Yeah.
But they don't make these jackets with cuffs in any of the actual live action, right?
No, and I mean, it could have been made out of spandex in the original thing, and I mean, maybe that's what it is, and it's painted on the animation.
None of them. Has there ever been a live action Star Trek where they've, to your knowledge, where they've had like a shirt cuff on their jacket?
Not on a uniform.
Probably not on a uniform. Mm-hmm. Anybody knows who's watching this in the chat, let us know. In the animated, you can do whatever you want. She does wear her coat open though, like this a lot, and it looks almost identical.
Because she don't care.
Yeah, because she's too cool to care. Yeah, so it does. I was looking at the images after we shot them compared to the show, and like this jacket is very, very close. The only difference is that like little stripe of color that goes across there, but ours has top stitching instead of color, so it still does the same thing. Yeah, so these are 2380s. Bye. That's yeah, so these are Lower Decks, which I am not familiar with too much. You have seen
all of it.
All of it, but there's only one season, so
no, there's not.
2 seasons, 3 seasons. I'm just gonna keep going up.
Just gonna be. Look, there's 3, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy,
really?
right?
No cuffs, but O'Brien rolled up his sleeves on Deep Space Nine.
Dang.
Says Jamal Taylor.
Thanks, Jamal.
I didn't know that's possible. I guess if you really, really wanted to, you could, but with this denim, it would
It'd be really hard.
pretty difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so David has talked a little bit about designing from an animated show, and he said it was weird, but he was just saying today on Discord that he liked the way it turned out, and I do think it translates well to an actual jacket.
I do too.
These have the zipper instead of the line, so that's kind of cool. It's really like functional design. Compared to so let's compare it to some of our other Star Trek things that people might know. It's probably closest to the Next Generation, but how is it different? The front closure is different, correct?
Yes, it closes on the other side. I don't know where the jacket.
So it closes on the other side, but not just that.
Because when I made the sample, I was really confused because I was so used to having it on the other side.
This is a lot shorter too, right? It goes further across.
Is shorter.
So it's sort of like
not the full piece here.
Yeah, so it's not like a full double-breasted. It's more like
it does, yeah.
a 1.5, I guess.
Yeah, so it's different.
Yeah, so if you've got the so it's most similar, I think, design-wise. So it doesn't go across. It has the strap. It has the stripe. There's a point in the front and sort of in the back.
Yeah.
Not point, but
Nope.
The way that it's shaped is a little bit different than the Next Generation jacket. Obviously, the colors are different. The red is actually a little bit of a different color. I need to change the reds on the website. They're probably a little more saturated than they are in real life.
They look more like the red that's on that shit.
Yeah, they're much more red. So the red is more of a. It's not quite as saturated. So I'm going to fix the images that are on the site. That was my bad. I turned the contrast stuff too high. But yeah, the Moto zip is not nearly as large on these. Since this. Then obviously the zipper is different. I mean, the styling of it is very different overall, but this is probably the closest we have.
Yes, it's actually based off that pattern, so it is
Okay.
almost identical.
So if you have one of these and you like the fit, your fit is probably going to be quite similar.
And you'll already know the color of the red because it's literally the same fabric. So
Oh, okay.
if they have a next gen red, they will know what this red is.
Sweet. So if you've seen our next gens in person, you will have a really good idea of the lower decks. The blue is the same as well.
Mhm. They're all the same colors.
Oh, cool.
Mhm.
We were a little worried that the blue might be a little bit,
Too light.
yeah, too light. But we watched the show and it's actually pretty close. So pretty happy with how it turned out. Any other questions? Any questions?
No questions. People
Comment.
just browsing, watching, hanging out.
Did you scroll the Instagram comments?
Oh, hey, I'm keeping up with Instagram. Don't tell me how to
You're usually on this side of the camera.
scroll
so.
Instagram.
Yes, what else? So these are available now in both cuts. Both cuts in 3 different colors.
And what else is going on this week with Star Trek?
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing. We're done.
They're on sale. So these are on sale for the next 38 hours. Woo. Until the end of Friday.
Mhm.
These are 10% off, along with everything else in our Star Trek collection. So if I've watched myself back in the playback, and it's weird when I look at one camera or the other, so I'm going to look back at both of them. That's definitely not weird. If you want to get anything in our Star Trek collection, now's your chance, because it's only got about a day and a half.
And these aren't excluded, which is not.
Yeah, so we were tossing around the idea of maybe launching these and not including them in the sale, but then we were like, that doesn't feel very good to do, so we decided to launch them towards the end of the sale and sort of be like a first purchaser bonus. So if you're an early adopter, and we've actually I've seen some people who have ordered all 3 of them already.
Oh.
Yeah. So
And if you ordered this morning, they actually went out today.
okay.
David did some shipping.
We have questions.
Yay. Oh wait, let me repeat that in case you didn't hear. So if people bought, so we launched it early at 10, so we've actually already shipped some from today.
Yeah, so if you ordered before noon, David more than likely shipped your lower deck jacket today.
Okay, cool. So you'll probably have it like
Getting
this
it.
weekend or next week.
Because he was like, I didn't know if I was supposed to hold them. I was like, no, it's fine.
Okay, yeah. Okay, questions?
A few. Compton 1 says buttons on pockets.
Oh yeah, all of our Star Trek jackets.
I don't know if it was in that was my tone that I brought to it.
Or
So
if it's an actual.
Yeah, so we have buttons on
They're snaps.
snaps. Sorry, we call them buttons down south, which is weird. I think most of our Trek jackets have
All of them do, except for Disco. They're magnetic.
How deep are those pockets?
They're Volante deep.
No, I think.
So I mean, they're just, if you're familiar with any of our other jackets, they're very similar. They are nice and deep. These also do have the
The beanie badge.
breast pocket and the badge pocket, so the same setup as our other Trek jackets.
Xavier Anglada said they look great. Any chance of a future Section 31 colorway? Do they do Section 31 in lower
There
decks?
hasn't been a Section 31 in Lower Decks yet, I don't think. Not in the typical black thing. I think there was like spies or something. I can't remember. It's been a while since I watched it, but they weren't in like the actual outfit stuff. But I don't see why not. I mean, we're trying to find more things to make in Section 31.
And then, oh goodness, Tree Teresa said, do you have a favorite color in the jacket?
You like the blue, don't you?
Well, this was
Of course
weird.
you do.
Why did it take so long?
There's only 3 of
This
each.
is
I don't
the
know.
problem I have all the time. So I like the blue color, but I like command.
Mm.
So I like the red. So actually, anything Star Trek I normally get is red because I like the characters that are normally in red.
I like the yellow of these. I don't know why. It's so bright and cheerful.
It is, yeah.
Such a cool color. I can tell you that in the men's cuts, the red tend to be very popular, and in the women's cuts, the blues tend to be very popular.
Mm-hmm.
So if you've got your eye on one of those, the blues and the women's tend to go faster, and the red and the men's tend to go faster. Unless it's gray, then that goes faster for everyone because we can't keep the 2373s in stock. So apologies for that. There are more questions?
A comment.
Okay.
Jamal again says that there's a white with gold striped dress version. That might be interesting.
In the show.
Trying to remember it. I'm gonna look it up after.
We have.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, it would be cool. I know that the new season didn't the new season just launch of this show or is launching?
It was earlier this. There is one launching. The next season is launching this year. I think it's
okay.
fall or something. We watched that weird
Oh,
thing. I did not remember what it is, but
Oh, that's right.
they did. Yeah, they did announce when it was supposed to be, and I think it's in probably summer. I feel
Okay.
like.
Is Lower Decks was the last kind of like modern Star Trek thing that we don't have a piece of clothing for, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Like within the last like 10 years or so. I had somebody at PAX ask me if we had Star Trek Enterprise thing.
That is the big question we keep getting.
Mm.
Enterprise is a Star Trek. I don't want to out David. I don't think he likes it.
It's the one with Scott Bakula. Scott Bakula?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Scott
Scott
Bakula.
Bakula from Quantum Leap.
It's a different
Yeah,
uniform.
that's how I know.
It's a little bit different.
It's actually like almost like a blue jumpsuit looking, but it has stripes like that come on. So almost looks more like a pilot's uniform than it does Starfleet uniform.
It's pretty interesting.
No surprise, we don't just like give it a chance.
Reminds me of Discovery a little bit, like maybe because it's just blue, but
But I think that's the only one we're missing. Otherwise, right?
there's probably a bunch of like stuff from the movies. We don't really have like an original.
Yeah.
We have an original, like a shirt that's very closely based on the original series, but we don't have anything like exactly from the original series, to my knowledge. No.
No, but the dress is pretty close to almost the TOS dress
That's
because
right, that's right.
it has those like all those weird the
Yeah.
themes all go into that one corner.
That's
So I was
right.
looking at it and I was like, oh, it's almost the same.
So
But yeah, but we have every era at least, like every show except for Enter.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, so I think we've said on socials we are restocking. So right now we have like the Voyagers that everybody is asking for. People have been asking at PAX. What I told people at PAX and would probably be helpful since this is a Star Trek stream. A lot of times we time our Star Trek restocks around the big Star Trek conventions. Really, Star Trek. Is it back to Star Trek Las Vegas? Is that what it's called now? The Star Trek.
Weird, and I think now it's back to Star Trek.
The Star Trek convention that takes place. Mission. It was Mission last year. I think it's Star Trek Las Vegas.
I think the emails I get now are actually Star Trek Las Vegas.
So we want to have enough inventory to bring to the big Star Trek conventions. So a lot of times this time of year, unfortunately, our inventory in a lot of Star Trek things gets a little bit slim, which is unfortunate because we like to do the sale around this time of year. But we will be restocking Star Trek stuff throughout the year, probably closer to Star Trek Las Vegas. So yeah, if you've got your eyes on something that is not in stock, it will maybe be coming back very soon. The Voyagers I know are coming. People know the Voyagers are very popular. They've always been popular. Other than that, I think the discos are a little bit questionable about those. But we've got plenty of Next Generation, and we've got these guys now. We've got tons of away jackets, which is cool. I know David's been eyeballing some Picard stuff from the latest
From
season.
especially the latest episode. Well, today's the latest episode. Hell, I won't be able to see it until Sunday.
Okay.
Oh yeah, what else are we doing?
Star Trek sale.
Other than the Star Trek sale and
Anime Boston.
Yeah.
We're at Anime Boston. I do not know the booth number though.
It's on our Instagram.
It's on our Instagram.
the top. Can you
I
see
will be
it?
there.
Does it not pop up there? It's in our name on Instagram or on the tab. It's in the if you can't
1525.
1525. Very nice.
Okay, cool. I will be there tomorrow and Saturday.
Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a big booth. We've got lots of cool
Big
things.
booth.
Yeah. If you want to come hang out,
Big old booth.
try some stuff on. Pop by. It's at the Heinz Convention Center.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. From now until Thursday, tomorrow until Sunday.
Tomorrow into Sunday. Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. If we don't have any other questions or comments or concerns, I guess we can wrap up. Star Trek, Starfleet, 2380, Lower Decks, on sale now.
Mm-hmm.
Shipping now. Shipping earlier today, honestly.
The next batch will go out on Monday.
Yeah, everything has to go out on Monday, yes. You have another 30-ish hours, 36 hours, whatever the end of
Midnight Friday.
Midnight Friday. You have until midnight Friday, Friday evening. So Saturday morning. God, it's been a long week. Yeah. So end of day Friday at midnight, the sale ends. So if you want to get your hands on some sweet Volante Star Trek gear, now's the time.
And these ones are $3.45.
$3.45. Yes, both of these. That's pretty much in line with all of our other Star Trek jackets. These are really sweet. You will not be disappointed.
Yay!
Bye.
Yay.
See everybody next week. We've got some
Stuff.
fun stuff happening next week.
Bye, YouTube.
Bye, YouTube.
Bye.